Dead and 4 injured at a campground where people come to have fun and relax. Such a tragedy, really. And the sheriff here in St. Clair County says it came up so fast, and when it hit, they were under no warnings at all. Now, looking around Fort TRODD, there is just so much damage right now. There were trailers tossed around like toys. Really, they are just everywhere. Blown apart, blown off their site. Some were actually blown into a pond or the water in the middle of the campground. 19 divers from St. Clair County are into that water tonight. People say it came up so fast, the only thing they could do was hit the floor of their campers. They couldn't get any safety. They couldn't go to, like, the bathhouse or anything like that. Now, one trailer was blown into the water, into another one next to it. Earlier tonight, we had Chopper 7 above this scene in Clyde Township, and you can look at the damage. It is just incredible. It's devastating, really. It's hard to believe that this was just a thunderstorm and not a tornado, but they're saying that it was a thunderstorm with very, very high winds. The campground, fortunately, had kind of cleared out on a Sunday night. A lot of people went to graduation parties, and they said they were leaving. There were about 30 to 40 people in the campground when the storm hit, and believe me, for them, of course, it was so, so frightening.
It's like a horrible, horrible nightmare. Just a nightmare. I'm just thankful to God that we're alive, because everyone around us, their trailers are gone.
It just came out so quick. It got dark. We got a real heavy rain, and then all of a sudden the wind picked up, and that was it. I couldn't get out of the door with the wife, so what we did was lay down on the camper on the floor there, and it was over like about 5 seconds.
The trailer was just jumping up and down and back and forth, and my husband threw me on the floor and said, "Stay down," and I was just screaming, and it was horrible. Absolutely. And I looked outside, and people's trailers were in the water, and we were praying to God nobody was in them. And it was just horrible. I'm just grateful to be here.
Glenda and Dave, you can imagine how frightening it was for those people. Unfortunately, trailers, you know, they're so light when you have a high wind like that. They're not, this is a campground, so they're not like chained to cement in the ground. But really, 1 person dead, 4 injured. Thank God that there weren't more people in the campground tonight.
Yes, Cheryl, and I'm looking around behind you there. Are there still campers out there trying to pick up the pieces?
They took a lot of the campers out, and then they brought them back in, so people were trying to fold up and get out of here tonight. They did let them come back in, and you can see there's all kinds of emergency vehicles still here, and the divers still in the water. They're trying to decide if they're going to stay in the water. It's not that they know that anybody's in there. They just want to make sure that everybody is accounted for. It's not